Hello and welcome back to another video on the JJ Think Tank. So, in this video, I want to talk about being single, what this means for introverts, for extroverts, and how single people can adapt to such a life if they are introverted by relating it to dogs. Yes. And I'm just sharing my experience, really. What I noticed in my life after I got a dog, how it improved my life, and how it can help a lot of introverted people out there who perhaps are on their own, who are not in a relationship, in a serious relationship, who do not have a family, do not have children, and perhaps need to find other ways and other strategies to cope with this fact. Yes. Personally, I feel comfortable being single, being alone. To be honest, I don't feel lonely. I don't feel alone in a negative sense. Yes. There was a period of time when I was engaged in hookup culture. I felt insecure. I was chasing women, obviously to varying degrees of success, and I had this period of life. I had this period in my life between the years of 2013 and 2018, 19 perhaps. I dated sporadically. I had these short flings, we could call them, yes. And ultimately it didn't lead to any sense of satisfaction. Yes. I guess so far in my life I haven't found the right person. I'm still open. I'm still open to being in a relationship with the opposite sex, to being in a serious relationship, perhaps setting up a family and having children. I'm still open to it, but I'm also creating contingency plans. Yes, we could say, yes, and either way, I think I will manage. Yes, I know obviously I can't be alone all the time in my little cave. Yes. uh, Obviously, this YouTube channel is one strategy for me to deal with this. I also plan to socialize more, to join a couple of groups in my city, a couple of groups that engage in certain particular social activities. So obviously, I have this on my mind because it's important also to have face-to-face contact with people. Yes, not just online. So obviously, I know that I need to still form relationships, yes, with people. So this is obvious to me and something I'm working on. But and apart from this, I also have. Luckily, I'm very lucky. I have a brilliant support network. I have brilliant parents. I've got three sisters who I love and cherish. I hope they love me as well, and I have my dog, which I'll get into in a moment, because I think a dog can help people who are single and who are introverted. A dog can really give you a certain structure to your life. Yes, I'll get into this in a moment. Uh, yes, I've a couple of friends that I talk to. Yes, on a regular basis, and therefore, I'm grateful. Yes, I have this support network around me. So in that respect, I am lucky. Yes, but still, I'm open to being in a serious relationship, perhaps with the opposite sex, maybe. If I feel it's the right thing to do, if I feel that we are compatible and that it wouldn't be toxic or just full of chaos, then I'm open. Yes, but if it doesn't happen, I'm prepared for this as well. And I think it's easier for men to be alone. Yes, to be lonely, to be alone, quote unquote. It's easier for men because obviously we have the tradition of monk mode of men leading a solitary life as monks. So for men, I think in general it's easier. Obviously, women as well. They can become nuns and also lead a holy life. But for men, perhaps it's easier. Yes. And now I'd like to get into this topic about getting a dog. Yes, and how it can help. So you may think that I'm quite extroverted because I'm creating all these videos. I'm presenting my face online, but I'm actually for my whole life I've been an introvert really. I've had friends, I've had my sisters around me, but I've never really been an extroverted type of guy who likes to socialize and constantly meet new people. I prefer to spend my time on my own, to read books, to think, to write, to play the piano when I have the time. And this is how I like to spend my time, really. This is just me. This is my personality. But the problem is with this is that it can come with costs. Yes, you need to create mechanisms to counteract this solitary lifestyle. Yes, because you do need contact with other people. It's dangerous to be it's dangerous to be on your own the whole time. You have to be really mentally strong to lead a proper monk mode life. I've seen these videos of desert of monks in the desert, in the Egyptian desert, Coptic Christians and monks who are associated with the Coptic Church, and these monks, I respect them. I don't know how they can do this. They're alone nearly all the time, and they pray all the time, and somehow they maintain their sanity. Yes. Now I'm not that extreme. I don't think I can become like a monk. Yes. I don't think this life is for me. But at the same time, I do like to spend my time at home. Really, I like to read books. I love to devour books. Any books really. I like popular science. I like books about history, philosophy, politics, science fiction. So there's so many books on my list that I still want to read. Obviously, perhaps I will never read them, but yes. Now, what I noticed, however, is that when I was because I was leading this life for such a long time, it eventually did have a bit of a negative impact. Yes, and I noticed that I kind of withdrew too much. So one way to counteract this is actually by getting a dog. Yes, because a dog is an animal that you need to take care of. Yes, if you are a good person, yes, you want to take care of the dog. And my dog, so I've got a Beagle, and since I've gotten him, since I bought him, since I've started to take care of him, my life has definitely improved, and he gives a lot of structure to my life. He forces me to get up in the morning to walk him. He forces me to feed him, to take care of him, to make sure that he's feeling good. He forces me to walk during the day as well, which gives me regular breaks. It provides me with a mental reset, which I've noticed really helps. Taking regular walks during the day really helps to boost your mental health. And while I am on these walks, I talk to a lot of people. So I meet a lot of people, and obviously it's a good way to engage in small talk. Yes, with people. Yes, engage in this small talk with people from the opposite sex even as well. And there's a lot of people here in my neighbourhood who have dogs as well, or who have dogs of their own. And sometimes we end up talking, yes, about the dogs, about dogs, etc. There's a special playground here nearby my flat where dogs can be let off the leash. And yes, I talk a lot with people there. and I've noticed it has made a brilliant impact on my mental health. So, yes, I'm just sharing my thoughts. And if you are kind of like me, perhaps, who tends to be more introverted, who you like to spend your time on your own, you like to read books, perhaps you are not in a serious relationship, and you should consider getting a dog. Yes, obviously it's a commitment, because once you get the dog, you have to commit to him or her. Yes, because dogs, obviously, they can live for a long time, 10 years, 15 years. So obviously this is a commitment, but this doesn't mean that automatically you will exclude yourself from perhaps being in a serious relationship in the future. So it's not like one thing excludes the other. Yes, if you want to, if you desire this, you can have both. Yes, and so I want to go into my article now and perhaps share some more information. So I began my article with this quote by Roger Caras, and this is what he wrote. I think he was a famous naturalist, Roger Caras. Roger Caras was an American naturalist, animal welfare activist, wildlife photographer, and writer. Also, here he is with a tiger. Man, he was. Yes, and yes, this is what he said. Dogs are not our whole life, but they make our lives whole. And this quote really resonated with me. I know my dog. He's only a dog. Yes, he's only a dog at the end of the day. But he really has improved my life. I love him. He's a lovely creature. He's a Beagle. He shows a wide range of emotions. He's funny. He can be a bit crazy sometimes. I mean, he's calmer now. He's nearly 5 years old. He's going to be 5 years old soon. So I bought him when he was a puppy. So we've been together. Well, I've been with him. No, I've taken care of him for 5 years, and yes, overall, I don't regret getting him. Really, I don't regret it. Obviously, I am restricted to a degree. I can't just spontaneously travel somewhere. For example, I need to plan in advance. But I'm not really obsessed about traveling and visiting all these places everywhere. I have a few places I want to visit, but I know I can somehow manage such a situation, because I'll be able to perhaps organise a hotel for him. Yes, so yes. Anyway, I'd like to go into my article now and share some more information that perhaps might be relevant. I don't want to repeat myself, because I don't want to waste your time. So yes, getting a dog, it forces you to enter a routine. Yes, and eventually the dog forces you to get up early. Sometimes you need motivation from the outside to start to make change in your life. Yes, and my dog is, in this sense, he's like this. Yes, he forces me to get up in the morning. So now I usually get up at 5, 6. Yes, I'm already out of bed and starting my day. So I'm really happy about this. Yes, dogs. Yes, they offer some form of companionship. So while I'm working, while I'm studying, he's there. He does something funny. Yes, it makes me laugh, and he's another arsenal. Yes, in my battle against any potential increase in depression, because I've noticed that in order to deal with your depression, you have to attack it from multiple angles. Yes, and I've covered this already in another video called biohacking. So you can find that video on my channel, biohacking. Why you should consider it, and why you need to, you should start taking it seriously. Yes, because it can really change your life. But I won't go into that now. And yes, so I forgot to mention that obviously when I go to the gym, I also meet people. I meet people there. I talk to people there as well, which is important. Again, it's another source of face-to-face contact with another human. At work as well, obviously I work online now. I have contact with people online when I work, and uh, and yes, getting a dog. I already said this before, but it improves your social skills, your capacity for small talk. Yes, it's a good way to improve your small talk, and uh, and yes, I mean I think but that's all. That's all I wanted to say. I don't want to waste more of your time. So I'll just repeat myself. If you're an introvert, if you're more of an introvert, and if you are single and you think perhaps that you might not be in a serious relationship for a while, then a dog can really help you. And don't think that just because you get a dog, you will be stuck, yes, with the dog for the rest of your life. You won't find your soulmate or your loved one. Yes, you won't fulfill other desires. You can still pursue these other desires, yes, and fulfill your goals in life. And yes, obviously it helps to have a support network around you. But yes, I think that's all I wanted to say for today with regards to dogs, man's best friend. And I'd like to end this quote. Not. I'd like to end this video with this quote. And be the kind of person your dog thinks you are. That's a great quote. Sometimes I have to say I get a bit angry. Not angry, but because beagles they like to pull a lot. They like to pull on a leash, and sometimes this annoys me a little bit. But then I quickly snap into another state of mind, and I think, oh no, it's an animal. Yes, he's got his own world. I need to respect his own world. Yes, and I allow him to sniff whatever he wants to sniff. But yes, that's the end of my video. If you like the video, consider liking and subscribing. It'll help me grow the channel. I think my videos will help a lot of people out there. I spread a lot of vital information I think will help a lot of people. And yes, if you like the video even more, consider donating at Buy Me a Coffee. I'll provide a link in the description. But yes, if you made it this far, I really appreciate you spending your time here on the JJ Think Tank. And I wish you all the best. Take care.